Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked, defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who've either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender on the wing. Andre Iguodala. MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George, coming back from injury. This guy was a premium defender before the injury.
Well, since you talk about the little guys, I'm going to talk about the big guys. D12, Dwight Howard, shot blocker. Most of his career still doing that pretty well. Serge Ibaka, the surge protector.
I like that.
Joakim Noah. Roy Hibbert does a great
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the New York Knicks come into town in this one. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Last time these two teams met, it was the New York Knicks picking up the loss in that outing against the Hornets. Win against them would do them wonders. 0-3 so far in the season.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
And now the New York Knicks starters. We've got John Henson. Livingston is out there with Hazonia. Then there's Grant, and it's Porzingis in at the 4. On defense, the Knicks, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Indeed, this was a tough loss. They faced a serious comeback intensity that just overwhelmed them in that last quarter. Unfortunately, they couldn't stay in the game enough to force an extra session.
I mean, boy, they were close, really, right up until the finish line. But I thought they were going to get over the hump, but it was not meant to be.
Here's Hazonia following the basket by Freak. To the middle, just 5 to shoot. And Jefferson sends it back. Outside, Walker. He dishes it to Freak. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 7 points for Freak.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Hazonia's shot is off.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
And here's Walker. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And a wide open look for Freak. Again, the Hornets score.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
They set the pick. Here's Hazonia. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Here's Chase. And another 3 for Charlotte.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
The Knicks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Henson with the screen. Here's Hazonia, and it's blocked by Chase. They retain possession. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside, Walker beyond the arc. It's in from long range. One more from Chase. Freak's got 15.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding. Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 5th assist in this one. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Kurt Rambis.
Kevin, he's adamant that they'll need a huge effort from their big men to avoid losing all 4 games in this season series. He said our bigs can make an impact in the paint and provide that deterrent with their shot blocking. But it's also incumbent on all our players to dig in defensively and show what we're all about. Kevin, we'll see if they can gut this one out.
Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. That's a mantra We're going to hear, I think, a lot from coaches. Defense first.
You know, we always do, but it really rings true with this group. When they get all 5 guys keyed in at the defensive end, I think they make things very difficult for the opponent.
Yeah, and I think every single possession is going to be a battle in this one. That's what I'm expecting anyway.
And here are the Hornets now. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Chase. And it's the Hornets another 3.
He is just tearing it up this court. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Knicks trail by 14. And Aflalo kicks to Grant. Here is Livingston. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Walker. Here's Goodman. And there's another one for the Hornets.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
And the shot is good.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
1:24 left to play in the first. Shot's good by Walker.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Here is Livingston. 6 points for him. And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. Off target from outside. From the arc. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Walker. 23 points for Freak.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
Now, here is Robinson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Jarrett Jack has checked in for Jeremy Grant. Charlotte leading by 16. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And that one's good. Free.
Just outstanding. I mean, basket after basket, perfection.
Unconscious from the field, guys. The fans are definitely getting their money's worth.
Now here is Jack. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Some nice passing by New York here. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Knicks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And the first one at the line is good.
Alex Len at the line for 2.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Roten, defended by Jack. Roten kicks the Freak, and the call will be against Alex Len. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Now here's Roten. There's the dish to Freak. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 17. And don't go. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, I think I'm better offensively than people give me credit for, and I'm stronger than I look. And that's something that I'm trying to prove this year, as I've been proving the last 3 or 4, so it's going to be fun.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but it seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
It's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
2 points, Mario Hezonja.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
It's just been a long-range battle for them, and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
Chase in at shooting guard. Bargnani is out there with Hood. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Billar in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He finished with 45 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Dishes it to Hood. Here's Chase. Good on the triple. Freak's got 31.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
We need to
Both teams deciding to change it up.
too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the
Changes here
offensive
for the
end.
Hornets.
It's
Ken
simple.
Bazemore comes in for Kid
Throw it down
Gilchrist.
inside,
And Freak subbed
run
in
some
for
pick and roll up top.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Alex Lenz checked in for Henson. Robinson comes in for Porzingis. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Livingston in for Jarrett Jack. Shot clock at 6. Robinson kicks to Livingston. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Freak's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint from 11 feet away. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Freak's got 7 now in this quarter.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Passes to Robinson. He kicks it to Livingston. No good again that time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
That's good from Kemba Walker.
Shooting 2.
And so Walker nails both of them. Here's Azania. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the strike. Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Chase. Knicks with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Hornets on top, delivering the blowout. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I'm trying to force it on offense, good things happen. That's why I've had success here early on.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. Porzingis is out there with John Henson. Then there's Grant. Then there's Livingston. And it's Hazonia in at the 2. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Jefferson with some nice D.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list. No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
Feeds it to Grant. Here's Azania, guarded by Chase. Doubled by Chase. Uncovered. Shot's good. Azania's got 8.
You know, looking around, he knew one of his teammates was going to be open when they hit him with that double team, and he took advantage.
Walker the pass to Chase from past the arc. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Livingston kicks to Grant. They set the screen. The 11-footer. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Knicks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Tony Roten, he's checked in for Walker. And a switcher also for New York. Jack's checked in. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Chase. It's deflected. Grant outside. They double him with Freak. Now the pass to Hazanya. Tipped away and stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. That's good.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Both teams making some changes here. 1:52 left to play in the 3rd. Pass to Hood. Charlotte moving the ball around. Bargnani inside the 3-point line. No good off the front iron.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Grant gets a wide open look, and the Knicks miss again. Charlotte leading by 23. A minute 20 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Out to the right wing.
Sticking too much.
Roten kicks to Freak. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Hornets.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And it's a Flalo penetrating, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
The Hornets have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Walker dishes to Freak. There's the pick. The feed to Hood. Up and in on the layup.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Kicks it to Len. He feeds it to Robinson. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Aflalo with it. And again, it's New York. 20 seconds left in the 3rd. Now, here's Walker. Not a lot of room. Again, the Hornets score.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Oh, man, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Knicks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And, guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Well, we thought the 3rd quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time, the replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain, and that's why we have replay to get these big calls right.
We're in agreement.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And the Hornets shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Chase in a two-guard. Also Kemba Walker out there. And it's Bazemore at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Here's Clark. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Shot's good by Walker.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
To the wing right side. And it's Fields in the corner. 5 on the clock. Here's Stafford. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Now Walker.
Move the ball.
He dishes it to Freak. Fields against Walker. The layup off target. Shot by Jack. Wide open, and a miss there on the triple. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
There's a good screen. An easy layup after coming off the pitch.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
And Walker kicks to Freak. Shot off the screen, and there's another one for the Hornets.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Knocked away and stolen by Freak. Jumps up, finishes the break with a slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Walker against Jack. Five to shoot. And the basket good.
Jared Jack.
Here's Walker. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
Move the ball. It's sticking too
In
much.
the corner, Bazemore with it. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Walker against Jack.
2 minutes remaining.
Down low, here's Lopez.
What are you doing?
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Charlotte, Robin Lopez. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Lopez. Argnani is checked in for Charlotte. Rodney Hood comes in for Kemba Walker. Hezonja, he's checked in for New York. And both free throws good for Lopez. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bazemore. To the inside. Passes it to Ballard. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Clark, the pass to Hazanya. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. New York, no good that time either.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hornets.
You know, Clark, when you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Well, you said it all there, Kevin. They were lethal from behind the arc.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
Well, they're going to finish, like you said, 4-0 against them, and you're right, very impressive.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Stafford, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's foul number 2 for him. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
At the line, Mario Hezonja, taking 2 shots.
That's good from Hazanya. And he can't hit the second. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Down low, here's Hood, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Here's Hazanya. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burt, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we send you to
the 2K Sports postgame show.
The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.